creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams family.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So obviously today isn't the usual makeup look. Since we're kind of at the end of April, which means we are officially halfway to the Halloween season, I felt like it was definitely time for me to do my first Halloween inspired tutorial. So Wednesday Addams was clearly the inspiration behind this look. I really wanted to do like a goth glam inspired Wednesday Addams. So I went with a really dramatic liner, a ton of glitter on my lid, really extreme contour and highlight, and a nice bold Jeffree Star liquid lip. Halloween is absolutely positively my favorite day of the year. October is my favorite month of the year because it's pretty much just a month of Halloween anticipation. And big shocker, my favorite part about Halloween is doing my makeup on Halloween day. So I really had fun with this look. I really hope you guys enjoy it. As always, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't subscribed and would like to see more of my upcoming videos, then please subscribe too. And if you want to see how I achieved this goth glam Wednesday Addams inspired Halloween look, then please continue watching. Okay, so as usual, my eyes are already primed and my brows are done. I'm just going to go in and set my lid and crease a little bit more to make blending easier. And I'm going into my Kat Von D Shade+Light palette and just using my favorite white color in here. And I'm just going to really pack this on from lid to brow. Now that that's all nice and set for easy blending, even though I'm doing like a gray black shadow, I'm still going to use my normal transition colors first just to make blending easier. I'm going to go in with first Beaches in Cream by MakeupGeek and my Morphe M505 blending brush. And I'm just putting this all in the crease up towards my brow. And now that Beaches in Cream is nice and blended, I'm going to go in with creme brulee and the same brush, just giving a little more depth to that crease. So now that those lighter, warmer transition colors are nice and blended in, I'm going to start going in with my darker, cooler tones. I'm first going to start with this cool brownish color. It's a nice light color and it's going to be good just to start building out those darker, cooler colors. I'm using my Morphe M433 blending brush. It's a little more precise than the last one. And just keeping this nice and tucked into the crease at first. Inner corner to outer corner. So now that that color is nice and blended into the crease, I'm just going to start to blend up into our warmer transition tone. Now that that cool gray brown color is nice and blended into the crease, I'm going to darken it up more and I'm going to mix together that same gray color with the black right here in the middle. And I'm using just a small Real Techniques crease brush. It's way more precise so I can stay nice and tight at first because I don't want like any harsh lines high up. So I'm just gonna really carefully kind of start to carve out my crease a little bit more with the small brush and then begin to blend. So now that I've really started to carve out that crease with that darker color, I'm going to go back in with my Morphe M433 blending brush and take a little more of that mixture with just a little less black and just less product and just begin to blend that in and up. Okay, so now that that black and gray are pretty well blended up, just to clean it up a little bit more, I'm going to take that same brush again in the same light color in my Kat Von D Shade+Light palette, and I'm just going to sweep it underneath my brow just to really clean up that shadow and make it look as blended as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing gold glitter on my lid, but first I really wanna just kind of put a base on, something that it can really adhere to. And I also wanna really cut and clean up my crease. So I'm just gonna use a gold cream shadow for that. I'm using this Younique shadow in Elegant. And I'm just going to take my Morphe G20 small flat packing brush and begin to cut out that crease area. Okay, so I'm just applying this all over my lid, just going close to the lash line first. I want kind of an over-exaggerated lid, so I'm going a little higher with my crease than my actual natural crease. Okay, so now that that crease is nice and cut out, it's time for liner. I'm gonna do the glitter at the end. So I'm gonna be using my Almay Hypoallergenic Liquid Liner, and I'm gonna create a pretty bold, pretty big wing. Now that the line above my lashes is pretty much done, I'm gonna go in and start the wing. Okay, so my winged liner is done, and I did go ahead and extend my cut crease a little bit with that gold cream shadow just along my wing. I think it looks really cool, so I like it. So now I have already primed my face using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and it's time for foundation. Normally on Halloween, I just kind of go for it and use a like white cream makeup from a costume store. And it is really cakey, and it normally ends up looking bad after like 2 hours. So I'm gonna just use a light foundation. I went to the drugstore and bought this Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation, which is supposed to be pretty full coverage. And I got the lightest color that they have because I do want my skin to be as fair as possible. So usually I use my Morphe M439 buffing brush to apply my foundation, but I think I'm gonna try something different since this is a thicker product. I'm going to try to use my Beauty Blender, which I always use for concealer, but not normally for foundation. So let's see how this goes. I'm just gonna dab it all over my face first. Okay, so that stuff is pretty full coverage, so I'm really happy about that. So now it is time for concealer. Because I knew I was going to be using a lot of concealer, I didn't want to waste my Urban Decay Naked Concealer because it's not cheap. So I bought the lightest shade of concealer I could find at the drugstore, which is this Rimmel Match Perfection in 125 Fair. Ooh, I don't know if this is light enough. Oh well. I look kind of like Pocahontas right now. Okay, so now I'm just gonna blend that all out using the same damp beauty blender. Okay, so now that that concealer is all blended in, I'm gonna quickly set everything. I'm using this Dead White face powder. This is from the costume store. I'm hoping it will lighten my face up a little bit. So I'm just using just a cheap powder brush that I have. And I'm gonna pack this all over my face, all over my neck, everywhere that there's anything. Okay, so that worked actually better than I thought it would. So I set my whole face with that white powder, and it really lightened my complexion, and that foundation is like super full coverage. So now before I go in and contour and everything, I want to finish up my eyes just so that I can clean up any fallout before finishing my face. So first I'm just going to go in with one of those transition colors, that creme brulee by MakeupGeek, and I'm just going to smoke that out below my eyes a little bit just so we have that same kind of sepia black and white tone underneath my eyes. So I'm just using an e.l.f. pencil brush. And because I'm going to be smoking out black and putting on lots of black eyeliner, I'm going to smoke this out pretty far. Okay, so now that that transition color is nice and blended out below both of my eyes, I'm going to go in with my B75 flat liner brush by Morphe, and I'm just going to dip right into the black and tight line my lower lash line almost all the way in. I'm going to take that same pencil brush from before and just go into this gray color just to kind of smoke that out a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with my same liquid liner and just kind of really tightly along my lash line follow it and then extend that line out. I ended up putting a thicker line below than I planned, but I smoked it out a little bit and I'm happy with it. I also took it out and connected it to my top line just to really give like a big gothic eye. Now I'm going to tightline my upper and lower waterlines using this Almay black eye crayon. So I finished up my liner. I also went ahead and threw on a pair of these lashes that I got from the costume store. And I coated my bottom lashes in mascara as well. So now the eyes are pretty much done. I'm going to finish them right now with some glitter. So yeah, let's go ahead and just finish the eyes. So I'm going to be using my Too Faced glitter glue and my NYX Cosmetics gold glitter. And I'm just going to be coating my entire lid up to my crease in that glue and packing on the glitter there. And I might wrap a little bit of glitter around my eye as well. We'll see. And I'm going to use my G20, my Morphe G20 brush for this. So I'm just applying that glue everywhere that I want the glitter. Oh, not there. So before that dries, I'm going to go ahead and put the glitter on that eye. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyes. The glitter is all done and I'm loving it. I'm just going to pop a little bit of highlighter at my tear ducts and below my brow for a nice little pop. And I'm just using another e.l.f. pencil brush. Okay, so now that the eyes, the main part of this look, is finally done, I'm going to finish up the face and just do some contouring and a little highlighting and maybe a little blush, we'll see. And then just finish the lips and we'll be finished. So I'm just going to take this cool shade in my Kat Von D Shade+Light Contour palette, and I'm just going to start to give myself a really sharp contour on my cheekbones. I'm going to do a little around the outside of my face as well, just to create a little more depth since I am so ghostly right now. And now a little nose contour. Okay, so I think that's good for contouring. So I think I am going to go in and add just a little blush. I know it's goth, but it's still glam, and I feel like I need a little more color in my cheeks. But I'm going to keep it in like the sepia bronzy tones and not go into the pink colors at all, and I'm going to use my favorite Wet n Wild Apricot in the middle blush. And again, because this is a Glam Wednesday Addams, I'm going to definitely be adding some highlighter. I just picked up this Ben Nye Shimmer Powder from the costume store as well, so I'm going to be giving this a whirl. It's in the color Opal. It's like a really pretty goldy champagne color. This bad boy is pretty pigmented. It's pretty amazing, and I want a super glam. I'm going all out, so I'm really going to put it on. So I'm pretty sure I'm done with the face. So I think the last thing that I have left is lips. So obviously I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star liquid lip in Weirdo. And I'm just going to line my lips using my matte cork liner. Okay, lips are lined, so it is time for Weirdo. I'm just going to give it a nice little shake. Man, I haven't used this in a while. I forgot how pigmented it is. These are amazing. Okay, I'm going to go let this lip dry, and I'm going to change into something a little more Wednesday. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the finished Wednesday Addams inspired goth glam Halloween makeup look. That was a mouthful. Yeah, so I had so much fun doing this. Obviously, I love Halloween so much, and any chance I get to do some like crazy dramatic makeup, I absolutely love it. So this will probably be the first of several in the coming months. I'll probably do like maybe one Halloween look a month and then just kind of load you up in October. I had so much fun doing this look. I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out, and I really hope you guys like it too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together, ooky, the Addams family. The house is a